Right. Okay. So I'm going to post the pictures on the homework if we've got time. After the explanation, I will then mark that with you guys. Yeah, you can start. Right. So today we're starting with chapter 9. Okay. Still algebraic equations, but or at least algebraic. The previous one was expressions. Now it is equations. So we are now adding a equal to something. Right, so yeah, so I'm gonna do 7 minus 5x equal to 22. Right. So there you can see we've got an equation and we have got to solve x. Okay? So what we want to do, what we're working towards, is we want that unknown. It's not always going to be x. Sometimes it's going to be y. Okay? So we want that unknown to be alone. All right. So bit by bit, I've got to take away what's standing next to it and what's attached to it and all of that. Okay. So first things first, over here, it's nice and easy because the unknown is already on the left-hand side. Right? So, do you guys like, can ek gou vinnig vra? When it's something like that, do you like talking about this moves over, or do you want to say minus 7 and this side minus 7? You like the minus 7 one. Okay. So I think what we're going to say is, step 1, just get the unknown. Okay, yeah. Unknown on left and normal numbers on the right. Okay, so for those of you that use in this case, minus 7, okay, I'm going to make a little star there and say, get rid of, can I say constant? No. You will understand. Okay, get rid of constant. Okay, now I'm going to explain his method first and then the minus 7 one. So, when I say unknowns to the left and normal numbers to the right, we've got an equal sign right in the middle. Right? So everything on this is left of the equal sign and everything on that side is right of your equal sign. Right? You guys understand? We've got a left and a right. Hello. You guys can take a seat. I'm still busy with the first one. So, right. So what you want to do is, I want to first get rid of that 7. Right? So I'm going to take it over. What's actually written in front of the 7? In front of it. We don't write it, but it's actually a plus. Okay. So if I take that over, what was left on the left-hand side? The minus 5x. No. Okay. What did we have on the right-hand side? The 22. And now that minus 7, I'm moving over. So it becomes, that plus 7 moves over. And now as soon as you move something to the other side of the equal sign, it's going to become the opposite. So currently it's plus 7. So if it moves over, it's going to become minus 7. You guys fine with that? Praat iemand daar in die agtergrond? Huh? Hoor julle daar? Miskien ek net If you want to talk to us, you must talk louder. Okay, right. So let's simplify. So minus 5x will then be 15. No. Okay. right? Let's just show.
Minus 7 from the 22.
Yeah. So let's just show what your method was going to look like. We're not finished yet, no? I just want to show you what was going to go on, because he likes the minus 7 one. So 5x equal to 22. So I first got to get rid of the constant, meaning I've got to get rid of that. No. So what do I do? That's what's written in front of it, a plus. So to get rid of that plus 7, I'm going to say minus 7. And over here, minus 7. No. So 7 minus 7 is going to give me 0. And then minus 5x. Are you fine with that? And then 22 minus 7 is going to give me 50. Okay, but then you stick to that, right? Whatever one works for you. Remember, it's the same thing. You're going to get exactly the same marks. So do what you like, right? Okay, so is everyone fine so far? Okay. Now step 2. Hello. Fine. Okay, so step 2. We want to get rid of the coefficient. I'm not going to rewrite the whole word. Coefficient. No. Okay, so you'll see in both cases I have minus 5x is equal to 15. The coefficient is that minus 5. No. And how do I get rid of that? I'm going to say divide by minus 5. And if I do it on that side, I have to do it on this side.
You always have to divide the coefficient.
Yes, yeah. You always divide by the coefficient. Because that coefficient is actually minus 5 times x. And what's the opposite of multiply? Divide. That's why. Okay. So that means that over here, do you see that minus 5 and this minus 5 is going to cancel out? So what will be left? Only the x, or 1x, yeah. And over here, 15 divided by minus 5. You can put that into your calculator. It's going to give you minus 3. So same thing is going to happen here. That is your answer.
And the previous one was exponential for previous chapters.
No, it was algebraic expression. Now we're doing algebraic equation because we're just putting an equal sign there as well. Okay. So are you guys comfortable with what's going on here? We're going to do another one. Or do you guys want to try?
Ma'am, let's first do another one, then you let us do another one.
Huh?
Ma'am, first let us.
Okay, right. I'll do one more. Let's go. Almost, yeah. There are going to be like terms just now. I'm still getting to that. Okay. But this is equations, algebraic equations. Right. Can I skip? Was dit nou? Dis een van julle. Ek weet nie meer. Okay. Right. Kan ek maar skip, nee? Right. So I am giving you 2x minus 8 is equal to 4. Right. So step 1.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Must get rid of the thing.
No. Look at your steps. Didn't you write down the steps? I'm going to skip back. Step 1, unknown on the left and normal numbers on the right. Yeah? Okay, let's see. That minus 8, yes, it's going to become a plus 8. What are you going to do? You want to get rid of that normal number. So I'm going to say plus 8 on both sides. No. All right. So plus 8
Ma'am, I was right.
plus 8. Okay. I'm going to skip back. Hold on. Look. Number 1 is, do you like, let me just quickly ask, do you like this method or do you like this one? The bottom one. Okay, so then you write this as your step 1. Get rid of constant. Okay. Right. Can I skip? Okay, so the constant that we were talking about just now was that minus 8. No, because we want the unknown to be alone on the left-hand side. Because we always say x is equal to something. So the x must be on the left-hand side, alone, right at the end. And then equal to, and on the right-hand side, we want a number. So that's why this x is going to stay there. I'm going to work with the coefficient just now because that's only step 2. So the first thing that I've got to do is get rid of that constant. So how do we get rid of it? We do the opposite. Because that's minus 8, I'm going to say, let's add 8. And if I do it on this side of the equal sign, I also have to do it on the, on that side of the equal sign. No. Right, so if I do that, I'm going to have 2x equal to, remember the minus 8 plus 8 is going to be 0, no? Okay, and how much is 4 plus 8? 12. Right, so now we go to step 2. Step 2 says get rid of the coefficient. And what is my coefficient? That 2. Coefficient is the number in front of the unknown. And how do I get rid of it? I'm going to say divide by, divide by 2. And if I do it on this side, I must also do it on that side. Now, can you see these 2's are going to cancel out? So what would be left here? Only the x, okay? Or 1x, yes. And 12 divided by 2 is going to give me 6. Okay, now, what I didn't say just now is, once you get your answer, take your calculator and go substitute it in. So basically what you're going to put into your calculator, remember that was 2x minus 8 and it was 4. No, so instead of x, let's put a 6 in there. So put that in, 2 bracket 6, close your bracket, minus 8. And it gives you 4. And how much is it supposed to give me? 4. So then I know, haha, 4 marks. I get all of it. No? So that's how you go back in your test. Are you guys fine? All right. Let's say I did it now. Or let's say you got, you maybe got x is 5. Okay, so you substituted in 5. And then you got how much? Then you got 2, no? And 2, that is supposed to be a 4. So then I know that it's wrong. Then I go back and double check all my steps and see, maybe I went and did the opposite of what I should have. Somewhere I made a mistake, so I must go and look for it. Okay? You guys fine with that? Right, so are you ready to try? Yes, altyd reg, né? All right, so... Nee, wag. Sorry. Okay, hou die 5 maar daai gaan nou kom. That one. That's on your own, yes. Try. Yeah? I wanted to do it now because we can, but then you've just got to rewrite everything on the right side. But we'll do one later on. I first want to get the hang of it like it is now. See, nou so vinnig, this is easy en dan kom die bogger op later. Everyone done? Ek dink sal die 4de keer wat ek my beplanning verloor het. Okay, right. So, I first want to get rid of that minus 7. Nee. So, what am I going to do? Plus 7, but on both sides, nee? Right, so then over here I'm going to have 4x And then minus 7 plus 7 gives me 0. So I don't write anything else there. 5 plus 7 gives me 12. Good. Now step 2 says get rid of the coefficient. Okay, so how do I get rid of that coefficient? Divide by 4. So what did you? Ha! Did you guys get that?
Ma'am, like 2 seconds.
In 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Want gaan draak julle nou. Ja.
I just add the extra statement and not make myself confused. I add the statement to turn it into a plus statement.
Yes.
I actually added nothing.
That's fine. Yeah. Rather do that and make sure you don't make a mistake than skipping steps and then makes a mistake. Good. Yeah. Okay. Can I take it up a notch? Okay. So 6x minus 3 equal to 7. But now have a look. Plus 5x. So now, can you see I've got x's on both sides? Now what happens? Yeah? But how can I add them? They're not on the same side.
I think I know you have to carry the 6 over and yeah, carry the 6
You've got to, can I skip back to that first slide? Look, what's rule number 1? Or step 1? Unknowns to the left
So
and normal numbers to the right.
And then we
Okay.
move the 5 to the left.
So, yes, that 5, I am going to move over to the left-hand side. And that was a plus 5x. So if I move it over, it's going to become
Minus 5.
minus 5x. Mooi. Okay. So 6x.
So ma'am, when you move it to another side, it becomes the opposite.
Yes. There was the old people used to say that the rainbow, nay? Okay, at the end of the rainbow, there's a pot of gold, apparently. And then also, if you're a boy and you walk like through,
Yeah,
nay? Under the rainbow, then you're going to become a girl. Or if you're a girl and you stap onder deur die rainbow deur, dan raak jy 'n
I'm going to draw
boy.
a rainbow there.
So you become the opposite. So that's why I always remember that this equal sign is my little rainbow. Okay. So as soon as you move to the other side, you become the opposite. If you were a boy, you now become a girl.
Thank you, ma'am.
No? Okay. All right. So that plus 5 moves over, so it becomes the opposite. So minus 5x. And then the minus 3, I'm going to leave there for now, equal to 7. So did you see I only moved the 5x? No. So that we have all our unknowns, and now this is where the like terms come in. No. Right. So 6x minus 5x is going to be 1x. I'm just going to say x. No. Okay. Now it looks like the ones that we just did earlier on. What would be my next step?
I know this. Now we already have that.
Get rid of that minus 3. No. So I'm going to say plus 3. Okay. So then over here I'm just going to have x equal to 10. Ooh, now let's go double check. Take your calculators. Remember it was 6x minus 3 must be equal to 7 plus 5x. So now we substitute in. In your calculator, we say 6 bracket 10 minus 3. How much does that give me?
57.
Huh? 57. Okay, now let's try this side. 7 plus 5 bracket 10.
7 plus 57.
57. So can you see on both sides, I get the same answer? So that's why I know my answer is correct. Okay. You fine? Good. Yeah.
F x minus 3 plus equals 7. I just gave x minus 5x and that equals to x and 3 plus 7 is 10.
Wait, you said, wait. You said x?
I said 6x, ma'am,
Yeah.
minus 5x
Yeah.
equals 1, but I didn't write all that.
Equals 1.
No, ma'am, it equals 1, so it's x, and then I said 3 plus 7 is 10.
So you breaking it up. You're doing this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but then, no, it's not wrong what you did, but as soon as you guys start breaking up, you sometimes don't put the right ones together again. So I would advise you to, instead of doing bits and pieces, keep it in the same equation, like we did over here. Okay. I know it's going to take some time getting used to, but remember, I am starting to train you now for grade 12. So, and it's just going to get more complicated as we go along. Yeah.
Can we do one of those enough?
Yeah. Don't you want one more example?
Yeah, then another next.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We ended up with x is equal to 10. No, so we said x is going to be 10. So now here we use our equation 6x minus 3 is equal to 7 plus 5x, the original one. And now we take that one and substitute in, oops, if x is 10. So 6, and instead of x, I put 10 and then minus 3. And that on my calculator gave me the 57. Then I take the right-hand side and test that. So I say 7 plus 5, and then instead of the x, I use 10. Okay? Put that into your calculator, and that also gives me 57. So because it's the same on both sides, I know that my x value that I calculated is correct. Okay? Do you want to try it on your own? Okay, let's see.
Now we should do that stand up, sit down, okay?
Okay, scan, no. So 4x minus 8 is equal to 6x plus 3. Look at your steps, no? But keep it in a fraction.
Dames en heren, dit is nou tyd vir afkondigings vir die tweede pause.
Nee, maar studeer deze find the view first.
Leave it in a fraction, yeah. Okay, can I do?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Ja, dat wil je doen.
Ja, maar dames en heren, ons herinner allemaal aan die kopverkope van die CSV nou in die tweede pause. I do have new homework for the one from yesterday.
I'm going to post the answers of yesterday's one now.
Ma'am, I forgot to write down yesterday's homework.
I will skip just now. Page 112. Yeah? Yeah, I'm going to post the answers, Nana. Huh? Okay.
Now let's do the answer.
Sorry. At least I say sorry. Okay, so step 1 is take the unknowns to the left. So that's 6x. What's written in front of it? It's plus, no? So I'm going to take that over. And then it's going to be 4x minus 6x. Okay, minus that 8 equal to 3. Okay, now 4x minus 6x is going to give me minus 2x. The rest stays the same. Now I want to get rid of that minus 8. So I'm going to say plus 8 on both sides. Are you guys still with me or am I going too fast? Huh? Okay. So you're supposed to have minus 2x is equal to 11. Who got that so far? Yay! Mooi. Okay. Now I want to get rid of that coefficient. So I'm going to divide by how much? Minus 2. So your answer, and I know it looks weird, but you must get used to these weird answers, are going to be x is equal to minus 11 over 2. Leave it in a fraction.
You know what I did?
Or,
I calculated the decimal.
yeah, or you could have said equal to minus 5 and a half.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry if you wrote 5.5. What would have been?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's also correct. Okay. Have you guys got it? Yes? Did you use your negative? Make sure about your negative, no? Okay, because it's supposed to work out. Okay, people, there's your homework. And then I'm going to post answers now of the previous homework. Tomorrow when I see you guys, we'll mark. And then if there's questions, we can sort those out again. Okay, great.